the curiosity gap thing is everything. So if you look at why MrBeast crushes on YouTube, if you look at his YouTube, everything is a curiosity gap. The title, the thumbnail, like you're trying to get the person to take that next action. If you look at the news, everything is always negative. Why? Gets your attention. So like on everything you do, you always want to have a negative hook. So here's the 5 best ways you can run your Facebook ads, or here's 3 things you should never do with Facebook ads. You're more likely to watch and continue listening to the negative one than the positive, because the way our brain is wired, we're more driven by fear than anything else. So that's probably the easiest hack I'd say to anyone, is always try and use negative hooks a lot of the times in terms of your marketing, because it tends to pull people in more.
Buyers are more aware now than they were 70 years ago. So you go and buy an American car and you say, yeah, it's going to be great, and I take the word. We're all a bit more skeptical now. And as we're kind of going through the podcast world and all those things, I think, are people getting bored or tired or fatigued from this like negative drive and things like that? Like, do you think there's a time where it's just going to go full circle and actually the mundane and the boring cuts through?
I don't think the mundane and boring will, but I think one thing always will, which is a curiosity gap. So if you can say something that intrigues someone, they will continue to watch or continue to listen. So I think, yes, I said like negative hooks work better, but it doesn't mean necessarily every single piece of content has to be like the world's coming to an end. I think there's a balance to that, but I think the curiosity gap thing is everything. So if you look at why MrBeast crushes on YouTube, if you look at his YouTube, everything is a curiosity gap. The title, the thumbnail, like you're trying to get the person to take that next action. I think I would agree with you 100% that skepticism increases. And I see a difference between, I don't know if you guys work with different geographical locations, but if I look at, say, for example, the mainland European market versus the UK and Ireland or the US, the strategies work really, really easy in mainland Europe because they haven't been sold to with VSLs and direct ads as much as like the US and the UK is kind of been pillaged by it. So there's a consumer awareness where they get used to getting sold a certain way, which is where I see it's going to kind of go in cycles where maybe webinars will work really well for a period of time and then they'll get saturated with that, then it will go to something else, and then it always kind of goes in cycles, I think.
What data do you use to have as many sales conversations as you do at We Have a Meeting? Jack, what's the answer?
It's Prospeo.
I'll stop you there. It's Prospeo.
Oh, thank you.
And there's a reason why we use Prospeo, Jack. What is it? It's because it's 98% more effective than any other data provider on the market. And for those people that are wanting to cold call and make a difference right now, there's a little link in our bio. But if you are struggling, it's Prospeo. That's Prospeo. Prospeo. Get on them and start making some bloody calls.
And I know what you're thinking. I hope Prospeo is better than their relationship. Haha, Prospeo.